You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Well, okay, to be fair, the idea of giving someone so much power and so much ability to do whatever they feel is necessary, having people be above the law, that is frightening. That is very scary. And I mean, if I was a father, yeah, I would be concerned that if my son pursued such a thing, that they might turn into the very people that he was trying to fight against, what is that saying? Like, superheroes or heroes, either die a hero or they live long enough to become the villain. I think that's one of the sayings. So I can understand that. I mean, yeah, but I think that if I was in a situation where I was the parent, by the time my kid is an adult, like, I have to trust in my child to know what is right and what is wrong, regardless of what is law and what is not law. Because as we know, there are a lot of things throughout history that are legal that isn't necessarily quote-unquote right, depending on what your moral compass is, or things that are illegal that isn't necessarily quote-unquote wrong, depending on your moral compass. So it's I understand both sides of the coin. I see.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules. C-Sex rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Yeah, I mean, Clive kind of agrees with that. He kind of agrees with that. When push comes to shove, I think Clive feels that you have to do what you believe is right. And, I mean, conveniently, I think Clive believes that most things that are against the law is actually wrong, and most things that are legal, are there. The rules are there for a reason, for the most part. But there are some exceptions to the rule, and I mean, Clive does believe that sometimes you have to think beyond what the law is and do what you believe truly is right. It truly is right.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Okay. Okay, so... Alright. My Paragon Shepard would have said something a little bit differently. Hey, Ashley.
Commander?
Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Of course, Ash. What's going on?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Wrex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
What do you mean?
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I wouldn't say that outright to Ashley, but... You don't trust aliens?
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
This is the part where a lot of people don't particularly care for Ashley because they believe that Ashley's racist. And I mean, yeah, the things that she's saying here can definitely be seen as racist, or at minimum, if you're going by the song, everyone's a little bit racist to the point that she thinks that human affairs should be human affairs, and, she's concerned because this is an alliance ship and all that good stuff. I understand that. I don't know. I guess I didn't see it that way with Ashley. I don't think that she means it to be... It's such a touchy subject. I don't think she says these things because she necessarily has any animosity or a grudge against these other aliens. Maybe it's just because she as well wasn't exposed to a lot of other aliens. But I mean, I guess that's not ultimately a justification. But I don't know. I guess sometimes people are ignorant, and I guess there's a different. For me, I have to see a difference between someone who is racist because they actually hold some sort of animosity against a specific race, and then, you know, racist because they don't know better, they're naive, or they're ignorant. And I think that I treat those two, for myself personally, I treat those two cases differently, or I see those two cases differently. I do think that one is not as bad as the other, and I think that one, you know, can be helped or taught to look at things a little different way. And with Ashley, I think that she's the latter. I think that she can be helped to look at things a little different way. Clive, however, is like, really? By mistrusting on our allies?
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Not necessarily, though, Ashley.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
That is interesting. I mean, the point that she's making about members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are. You know, if we ever do get to the point where if we actually do ever meet, you know, other life forms, other life in outer space, other aliens, probably not going to be anywhere near my lifetime, I wonder how that's going to be, how true that would be. And I feel like at first will be, because if human history at least shows anything, we tend to, throughout history, we tend to feel more comfortable being around people that are like us, or at least that's what people lean on, unless they are exposed and taught otherwise. You know, the whole idea of you have to be taught to be racist. You know, if you're not exposed to, you know, racist thoughts, or if you're exposed to diversity, it's not really much of an issue. But if we were to meet other aliens or other life forms, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to tend to trust other humans more than we trust other races, just because, at least for humans, at least, that is human nature. Now, who knows if the aliens themselves have quote-unquote human nature, because, well, they're not necessarily human, so... But I think for humans, we have shown that we don't have the greatest track record. We haven't had the greatest track record all the time in terms of being able to see people who aren't like us as equals. And I think Clive is going to take this... I don't think Clive is going to be... I think Clive is going to try to handle this in a way that's mature, to try to guide Ashley towards his way of seeing things, instead of just bashing over the head with what his beliefs are. Because I think that Ashley and Clive, they have some sort of rapport. You know, I think they are friends. And I think that he needs to talk to her in a way that a friend would talk to her, to try to get her to see things his way. Why do you feel that?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I see. Tell me more about your family.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
To serve the Alliance, wouldn't you, for the action? To see space.
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan. When we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold breaking.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one I know who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Ah.
Oh, Lord. You went to the Makapog boot camp, too? Yeah. Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there. Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
Pusillanimous? How about your service?
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
Why?
Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical score is so exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
Okay, so this explains it. She just hasn't been exposed. It's sort of like anyone who's lived in a place that is... It's sort of like someone who's lived in an area that is predominantly their own race. If they haven't been exposed to diversity, if they haven't been used to working with other people who are different from them, then yeah, it might take some time for them to be more comfortable, you know, wrapping their head around being able to trust or feel comfortable around the other alien races. Just shut up. No, he won't say that. You have to work with aliens.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
See, that's good. That does show, to me that shows that, again, like Presley, Ashley can look past her personal feelings or personal beliefs or whatever to get and do what is told of her. Like, even if she does feel uncomfortable working with aliens, she's going to work with the aliens because, you know, if she's told and instructed to, she's going to do it like a good soldier does. So I have to give her, you know, credit where credit is due. I have to respect her at least for that. Thanks.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Well, you know, Garrus, you know, Garrus is kind of, he might be hot stuff, you know? Can we talk about anything else?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I believe her, though.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it.
I thought so.
Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Alright, I think Clive is like, okay.
I don't think she's used to teasing. Good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander.
Butt pirate.
Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Alright.
Dismissed, Chief.
Alright, Ashley. Rexy Rex.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yeah, we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Oh, snap.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Whoa, wait. You knew Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
Fair enough.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Wow. Really?
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it.
Maybe it was a front.
That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Maybe there was a front. Maybe there was more to it.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Whoa.
Every damn one.
Whoa. Wow. And I think I already talked about this, so...
So long, Wrex.
That is interesting. Wrex. That is interesting that he knew Saren. I completely forgot about that. Wow. Alright. Engineer Adams, do you have anything new? Probably
Something
not.
I can do for you, Commander.
No.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Adams, why you know have new things to talk about? Hey, Tali.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
What's wrong?
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
What? Why?
The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
Don't feel like you're out of place, Tali. You did an awesome job, helping us get Liara. I like the silence. It's not so bad. I manage. It's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down.
Ah, that makes sense.
I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard.
That is interesting.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
I love this. I love talking to my companions because it gives you an in-depth look at each of these races. You get to put a personal you get to check on a personal, account of how these races and what their culture is like.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. There's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Agreed.
I should go.
See you later.
See you later, Tallies. And last but not least, we are gonna go talk to my man, Kaidan. My right-hand man, Kaidan man. I don't know where that song came from. It's rather disturbing. So I'm gonna keep going. There he is. There he is. Just want to make sure everything is in order in my... Alright, everything is in order in my quarters. Hey, Kaidan. Alenko. Yeah, you. He's always wiping his brow whenever I go see him.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Yeah. For you, always, Kaidan. I'm listening.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here.
Oh, gosh.
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Yeah, I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Cute way to look at it.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Alenko? Secure man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Sorry. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Did you say something, Kaidan? I think as soon as he said brain camp, I think Clive started thinking about this one time at brain camp, but with Kaidan. Anyway, yeah, what are you saying? Protocol wasn't big focus in NBAT. What did they train you for? Protocol wasn't a big back... That's alright.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Wow.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero?
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out.
Oh.
We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to talk then. Time to get physical then.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway.
No, fair enough, fair enough.
There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our clothes on.
Oh.
Rana.
A girl. Oh.
She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell.
Charming?
Beautiful.
Beautiful?
But not stuck up about it.
Not stuck up?
Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Oh. Well, awkward?
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Sounds rough. Go on.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
No, I am interested. Kaidan, I'm very, very interested.
You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
What do you think? No, just you, to some degree. Clive's not gonna beat around the bush. He's not gonna play the game too much. He's gonna be, no, just you.
I didn't say I did this for the whole crew. We should talk again.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. Yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, Kaidan! Kaidan!
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. T'Soni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Do you?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Or possibly men. Possibly men.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for...
We'll talk later, Kaidan.
I'd like that.
He'd like that. Yes, he does. Look at him, look at him staring at us. Yes, he does. Okay guys, so now that we pretty much have collected all of our party members, that's right, Liara is the final party member that we need to get, and it's really cool that we get all of them relatively early in the game. We're going to start exploring the galaxy a bit more. So we're in Artemis Tau. We went through all of the planets in Gnosis, so I'm just going to systematically go and travel to the other systems and just check them all out, make sure that there isn't anything valuable. There might be some valuable
Message coming in.
Oh.
Patching it through.
Well, we got a message.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication.
Alright, talk to me.
If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Huh. Looks like we've got some... Alright, so we're gonna check that out. We're gonna go that after we check out this galaxy, because we're already in this... check out this sector of the galaxy. So I'm gonna go, to the Diplomats. Alright, that's fine. Let's take a look at Tremaine. Tremaine is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates with deposits of aluminum. Its surface is covered by wide swaths of ancient dark basaltic lava, possibly indicating the world was created through an impact with some other body in the system. Tremanari's magnetic field is non-existent. This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremanari's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Orbital period 1 Earth year. Okay, so its year travel is the same as the Earth. Radius 1528 kilometers. Day length 1 Earth year. So it's very similar to Earth. Atmospheric pressure 0.0 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperatures 55 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.1 G. Let's move on to the next state. Adolos.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Oh. Adolis is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Adolis' surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand, with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive dust-choked wind. Adolis' orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant Ontamalka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. Orbital period 2.7 Earth years, radius 5729 kilometers, day length 50.3 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.8 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature -1 Celsius, surface gravity 0.87 G. Let's land. We're gonna go and check this place out.